Hey, Seth here. I am at youtube.com and I'm going to show you how to add a custom thumbnail to your video. Just taking a look at these popular on YouTube, this popular on YouTube page can give you an idea of how important the thumbnail you choose is to whether or not your video gets played. You can see anytime you're looking down these thumbnails, any thumbnail that catches your eye is going to be the video that you're going to be likely to watch. Same thing if you look and do a search. If I do a search for something I like, which is like MPD26, let's say I do a search for MPD26, which is this beat making machine I have. And again, you know, these thumbnails are going to make a difference in whether I watch the video or not, because images are so important when people are just kind of scrolling around and clicking. So I'm going to show you how to add a custom thumbnail, and the first thing you want to do is go to your video manager, and if I choose one of these, let's say I'm going to choose this How to Play Holy is the Lord. This is a video I recorded quite a while ago. I click on edit. You're going to see that it gives me three options. These are basically randomly chosen for which of these I can choose as a thumbnail, and I chose this one. It's good. It shows me playing guitar, but I could do better. The trouble is it only gives me these three options, and I'm going to show you how to add the option to all of your videos to set a custom thumbnail. You're going to go back to your video manager. You're going to look over here on the left hand side. You're going to click on channel settings, and in channel settings you want to enable monetization. Enable, and it's going to make you run through a couple different steps to enable your account. You have to read this stuff. It gives you some stuff it's asking about that. You click enable my account. You have to read the terms. You have to agree that you will not click on the ads to fraudulently increase your income, and I click I accept. Okay, at this moment I'm not going to enable any of these because they can be enabled per video, and right now all I'm wanting to do is enable monetization for my account. So I'm going to click monetize, but I didn't check any of those ad formats. Okay, and so now when I go back to that channel settings, and it needs to have a green status yes, so that I'm sure that monetization is set. And then if I go back to my video manager, and I go to this one I want to add a new, I go to edit, you'll see that now it gives me the option for a custom thumbnail. When I click on that, it's going to let me upload an image for my custom thumbnail. So let me cancel that and show you how to create a custom thumbnail to add to your video. So I have logged out of my YouTube account, and now I've just navigated directly to the video that I want to add a thumbnail to. I logged out so that I could just get a view of this video exactly the way that other people are going to see it, not the view I get when I'm logged in. And I have just scrolled along in this video to a spot around where I want to get a thumbnail. And basically I'm choosing an image where I'm a little larger in the screen. The thing to remember is that many of these thumbnails are going to be viewed at about this size, which is quite small. And so I'm choosing one where the guitar is a little bigger. You'll be able to see my fingers a little more clearly. And I'm going to take a screen capture of this, and then I'm going to add a title. Now normally I would probably do this in Photoshop because I'm a graphic designer, and so I've got, you know, some really expensive graphic software, whatever, but that's not an option for everybody. If you're on a Mac and you go into the Mac App Store, there are a lot of cheap or free graphic design apps that you can use for this purpose. If you're on a PC, you can just do a search for cheap or free graphic design apps. You might even be able to use Paint. You know, just MS Paint comes along with your Windows installation. I'm going to do this with Skitch this time. Skitch is a screen capture and photo annotation or image annotation software, and I'm going to use that because it's free, it's available, it's by the people who make Evernote, it's available for Mac and PC, and it works for this. So I'm going to demonstrate this using Skitch because it's really easy to use and you can do it that way. Now what I'm going to do is I've got my Skitch application installed and open here, and I am going to in my toolbar just choose capture a crosshair snapshot. Now you couldn't see that because that was outside of my what I'm capturing on my screen here, but it basically gives me this screen capture here like this. Let me pull up my YouTube here. Now I've got it right about where I want it. I'm going to go to Sketch and choose Capture Crosshair Snapshot. And I'm just going to capture this section. And you want to make your capture the same size as your original video. Mine happened to be 640 by 360. And then you can kind of drag this around to get it right in the right spot there. And then when you're ready, you can just capture it. Now I'm going to actually do a timed capture because you can see I've got this little red bar and the circle at the bottom. I am going to hit play on the YouTube video when the timer is counting down, and that's going to help me just avoid that little bar at the bottom. So I'm going to hit the timer, hit play. Okay, great. And then it took a screen capture, and now you can see in my sketch window here, there is a screen capture, and that's going to be just fine. That's a great little shot there. Now I'm going to add a title. So I add my title, and this is why Sketch is nice for this, and then I'm going to grab, I just kind of click on that text, and I'm going to make it really big. Really big. And the reason I'm doing that is because this image is actually going to be viewed, you know, way down at this size, and so that type has to be big enough for people to see it. You want to really grab people's attention. Just when you're looking through your video, use an image from your video, but consider the size that the thumbnails are going to be viewed at most often, and also just consider what screenshot from your video is going to have the highest impact. A great example of that, if you look over at these here, is like this one right here. You know, the before-after shot is a great high-impact shot. For me, it doesn't matter that much because I'm basically playing guitar the whole time, but I did choose an image where the guitar and my hand is much larger in the screen versus the way these look here, where it's a little bit further away. So I want to, you know, try to give it a little bit of impact that way. Once you have your screenshot the way you want it there, down here at the bottom it's got this little drag me, and it's going to save it as a PNG. You literally just grab it and it saves it to your desktop. So I have that image saved to my desktop. Now I have gone back and logged back into my account now, and I'm back in the video manager again. And I'm just going to scroll down here to edit that video that I had originally decided I wanted to add a custom thumbnail to it. I click on custom thumbnail, I choose my desktop, and there's my screenshot, and it uploads it and adds that as the thumbnail. So there it is. I choose that as my thumbnail, and I click Save Changes. Now when I go back to my video manager and scroll down to see my video, there it is. Nice and close up, you can see my guitar real well, and it's got a title right on there. So that is how you add a custom thumbnail to your YouTube images.